Hello friends, welcome to Testing Shala YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to discuss 5 important tips on how to start a test automation team from scratch. I am going to give 5 important tips. If you learn these 5 tips, it would be very easy for you to start your test automation team from scratch in a more effective way. Before proceeding further, if you have visited Testing Shala YouTube channel for the first time, then please click on subscribe and bell notification so that all our future videos related to software testing will be in your inbox. That would help you to enhance your software testing skills. So let's move on to understand what are those 5 important tips that would help you to start your test automation team very effectively from scratch. The first tip is when you are starting an automation team, the automation team should have a clear understanding what to automate and what not to automate. The team should have clear understanding what is the scope of automation, and also they should have a clear understanding what is the scope which they are not going to automate. That is the first tip. So let's move on to the second important tip is whenever you are going to ramp up the initial test automation team, you should keep following things in very clear and crisp manner. Whenever you are ramping the initial team members are nothing but a core team members in your automation teams, and you should take care of the following things when you are ramping the initial core test automation team. When you are ramping the initial core test automation team member, you should be very clear in getting the highly skilled resources on the automation tool which are using for automation. You should ensure that you should screen the new skilled resources in a very detailed oriented way, in such a way that the resources are rock solid resources and they should have a good understanding of the automation tools, and they bring in lot of expertise in utilizing these tools. Do not go for any fresher or manual tester when you're ramping up the initial test automation team. Maybe later you can train them and you can utilize the new resources in the team, but in the beginning always try to ramp up with the highly skilled resources based on the tools which you have planned to automate. That is the first important thing in terms of resourcing. The second important thing is whatever the resources which you are going to ramp up in the initial part of the test automation team, they should clearly have an understanding of complete nitty-gritty of framework implementation. They should know all the different types of frameworks, and they should know how to implement a automation framework on their own. They should have a clear hands-on expertise in building up the framework from the scratch. This is going to be very useful when you are going to ramp up the resources with these skills. This is the second thing which you need to be aware when you are ramping the resources. The third is the automation resources should have a good understanding of programming skills, and they should have complete knowledge on the programming and guidelines being followed in the programming. That would help to maintain the automation code in a more effective way. Next is they should have a good understanding of DevOps knowledge, because these days every organization it is being ramp up the knowledge on the DevOps, and they should know what is all about DevOps, how to integrate these automation scripts into the DevOps environment, and how to run our scripts on regular basis in the DevOps space, and how to publish the results and how to analyze these results once the DevOps provides the results. The next item is the initial core resources should have good understanding of test automation process. They should have good understanding of all the nitty-gritty of the test automation process, and they should be able to drive everything on their own. These are some of the important element which you need to look when you're ramping the test automation team member, initial test automation team members, and you should not compromise on any of these skills. So let's understand the next thing is, whenever you are before starting automation, always ensure that product or an application should be in working condition. Do not take up any automation if things are not in working conditions, because it involves lot of rework later, and that would kill us lot of efforts, lot of money. So this is a key thing which you need to keep in mind. Whenever you are going to automate something, ensure that the application or product which you are going to test should be in working condition. When you start bringing automation from this team, then you should have a clear understanding, and you should have a clear goals, what you need to achieve from this automation team, from the stakeholders, and you should get a buy-in from them, what you need to achieve over next 6 months, or over next 3 months, or next 12 months. If you have this clear idea only, then your test automation team would be very successful. So you should make up all the documentation in a clear, crisp manner and get it a buy-in from relevant stakeholders, and then start moving to bring the test automation using this test team. I hope you understood the 5 important tips how to start a test automation team from scratch that would help you to build up the right test automation team in your organization. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, then click on like button, and if you are visiting Testing Shala YouTube channel for the first time, then click on subscribe and click on bell notification, so that all our future videos related to software testing will be in your inbox. That would help to enhance your software testing skills. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now. Take care.